I'm Adam Todd, and welcome to Classroom Dynamics, a teacher podcast. I've always believed that the best way to engage students in a 21st century classroom is to immerse them with the transformative tools that will empower each and every one of them to excel in the world that awaits. My goal is to ignite the spark that propels you and your students in an advanced tomorrow, and your journey into that future starts right now. Classroom Dynamics is supported by Logitech. As education continues to evolve, so does Logitech Education, your partner in content creation for the classroom. With Logitech's cutting-edge technology, students not only learn but also become content creators. Whether it's in person or online, Logitech's tools are designed to inspire educators and learners alike. Capture every educational moment in stunning detail and edit, produce, and share your creative journey with ease. Logitech Education, inspiring the next generation of creators. For more, visit logitech.com/education, transforming classrooms one innovation at a time. Introducing the Zone Learn wired headset from Logitech, the headset that's designed for learning and built for schools. Here are a few reasons why Zone Learn is the best headset option for today's students and schools. It's optimized to fit smaller heads with features like soft ear pads, a cushion headband, even weight distribution and micro-articulating ear cups that move in all directions. The audio driver is engineered for speech intelligibility, so spoken lessons come through crystal clear. And the movable boom mic is designed for better vocal clarity. It's durably designed to withstand frequent cleaning and constant wear and tear. My favorite aspect of the Zone Learn headset is that it's fully customizable and sustainable for both the environment and school budgets. The swappable ear pads come in over-ear and on-ear options. The interchangeable cables come in USB-A, USB-C, and audio jack options. This means that the ear pads and cables can be swapped out without replacing the entire headset. Plus, the Zone Learn is backed by a 3-year warranty, making it a smart, long-term investment for schools. Get your students into the learning zone with an elevated headset experience. Learn more at logitech.com/zonelearn.
For over 20 years, Higher Ground has designed functional technology protection, helping students to work or learn anytime, anywhere. I'm Mark, president of Higher Ground, and I want to share with you how you can get a free sample of any of our rugged shells, sleeves, or clear backpacks. Visit hggear.com/sample and use your school's email and address. One thing, don't tell Alex because he'll be stuck with all the paperwork. Request yours and see for yourself how Higher Ground can help save your students and school downtime and money. Just remember, don't tell Alex.
Mark, what are all these sample requests filling my inbox?
Welcome to Classroom Dynamics, the podcast where we get into the exciting world of technology and education. Hi everybody, I'm your host Adam Todd, and today we have an exciting episode as we transport into the world of STEMAR.io, a groundbreaking platform that's revolutionizing STEM education with cutting-edge augmented reality technology. STEMAR.io isn't just another educational tool. It's an incredible enhancer for some of your pre-existing science and STEM units, and all by using mobile devices like tablets. By seamlessly integrating augmented reality into STEM curricula, STEMAR.io transforms traditional classroom experiences into immersive interactive journeys all through the lens of augmented reality. The platform, designed to enhance engagement, deepen understanding, and spark curiosity in learners of all ages, allows users to become immersed into its world, leaving nothing to the imagination. Today, we're thrilled to have two incredible guests with us who are at the forefront of this innovative venture. First, we have Paim, an accomplished educational program specialist with extensive international experience in developing and implementing STEM education strategies and technologies. During his 12-year tenure at Educando by Worldfund in New York City, Marco served as the STEM Education Director and CTO for Brazil, Mexico, and the United States, impacting over 1 million students through innovative STEM programs. He successfully expanded the STEM program from one school to over 1,500 schools, significantly improving student performance, and his programs have garnered sponsorships from major corporations. Also joining us is Leticia Gasparato, the Marketing Project Manager at STEMAR.io. When we come back, we'll get into the manipulative world of augmented reality and the powerful impacts it can have on your students. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Are you a dedicated educator searching for fresh and engaging resources to inspire your students? Look no further than Highly Motivated on Teachers Pay Teachers. Discover a treasure trove of easy-to-use lesson plans, vibrant visuals, and interactive activities designed to captivate young minds and ignite their love for learning. Unlock the potential within your classroom with Highly Motivated, from differentiated lap books to test prep passages on a multitude of topics. Our wide range of materials cater to most elementary and middle school grade levels. Join the community of passionate teachers who have already transformed their classrooms. Visit Highly Motivated on Teachers Pay Teachers and get ready to inspire, motivate, and empower your students like never before. Highly Motivated on Teachers Pay Teachers, where knowledge meets inspiration. Marcos Paim is the CEO of STEMAR.io, an educational program specialist with extensive international experience in developing and implementing STEM education strategies and technologies. Joining Marcos is Leticia Gasparato, the marketing project manager at STEMAR.io, who is also passionate about STEM education and content creation, bringing a unique blend of technical knowledge and creative expertise to the table. I'd like to welcome both of you to Classroom Dynamics.
Hello there.
Hi, everyone.
All right, so Marcos, let's start with you. Tell our listeners a little bit about what STEMAR.io is and what it can do to enhance student understanding in the classroom.
Thank you for having me, Adam. It's a pleasure to be here. And we will start saying that STEMAR is a unique platform that integrates augmented reality technology into STEM education. This project was born to deliver not only augmented reality, it was also designed to deliver augmented education experience. This holistic approach to involving technology in education is rare. So we want to make the use of technology frictionless for all stakeholders. So this way, students, teachers, administrators, and families, we can, using STEMR together with all the stakeholders' efforts, will reflect in the students' learning results. For the students, when they have the opportunity to have these 3D objects related to what they are studying is awesome. Enriching the details will improve the inquiry process, and the questions and answers will be more sophisticated. For example, when learning about the solar system, the teacher can show to the students only a photo or a picture of the space shuttle from a book or website. Maybe it's not super exciting for the students, but the teacher is doing the best possible with the resources available. So using STEMR, it's possible to put in the students' hands the 3D of the space shuttle, and after some manipulations, the STEM will shine here. This experience of viewing and small real size space shuttle will engage not only the visual experience, but also generate great engagement from the students. So connecting their questions with the content and curriculum will make it easier for the teachers than ever before. And it will like you can bring the Kennedy Space Center to your classroom every day with a proper integration between lesson and what is experienced by the students. So after this memorable classes, teachers can assign homework to the students using the same QR. So this is another extraordinary thing we are offering in this STEMR. For the students, this can be like their dreams come true in terms of homework if you can access this 3D objects at home during your homework. So it's much more exciting.
So let's look at that, right? Let's walk through. I've tried it with my kids at school. It was fairly straightforward, pretty easy to do, but walk everyone through the process of actually accessing and launching the augmented reality objects using STEM AR and the platform.
So as I mentioned, we focus in the improving users' educational experience using AR. So that's why it's so simple, especially in terms of the teachers and the students. And all the access are through these QR codes. The schools will receive a link to editable docs, including the QRs, and teachers can integrate these QRs into their materials by just using copy and paste, for example. If you have some material you want to use your classroom, you just copy and paste and integrate. It's really hassle-free and frictionless to use this. So something it's really important to us, it's not to put extra work for teachers. They are so busy all the year, and they need really something that can help them to engage the students with the results of the learning. And most of times, in terms of introducing new technologies to the classrooms, the things are not so easy. You have to deal with the IT issues, install apps, take care of your loggings, passwords, and all these things. So this is time consuming for teachers, and this kind of thing we try to avoid so they can put all the efforts and the students' attention to the activities they are developing. So that's why we work hard to make this process as easy as possible. So basically, our augmented reality objects are scan and go. So it can be more simple.
Yeah, no, the kids were taking iPads, scanning the QR codes, clicking the launch button, getting right into the system, and then really having a blast just trying to manipulate, the certain objects. Some of them did the solar system, some of them tried out a moon, and just the ability to have it placed in the classroom, virtually, and that ability to walk around it and to even grab it and rotate it and move it around. They really had a great time with that. So Letitia, let's turn to you. STEM AR IO provides support for students. This is a really unique way that you guys do it. It's through chatbots. And how do students access those chatbots and interact with them? And what kind of support do they offer those students and even the teachers for that matter? The chatbots I found very interesting. I think it's a great way to now take that augmented reality and now take it to a whole new level. So how does that work?
Yes, at STEMR, we developed two collaborative AI educational chatbots. That's what we like to call it. One tailored for students' needs and one for the teachers' needs. So how do students access and interact with it, right? The Students AI chatbot is a chatbot that students can use when experiencing the augmented reality objects. So it can be accessed by clicking the question mark button located at the bottom of the page. And Procyon, the raccoon astronaut, a friendly avatar, will guide all the conversations and interactions with the students. And this character, Procyon, was created by us to make the experience even more engaging. So there's a whole story about Procyon's life that you can ask him, and he will tell you. I'm not going to share any spoilers here, but this is a question that is worthy of being asked, in my opinion. Anyway, the chatbot, it's quite straightforward to use as well. Procyon will provide a quick introduction of himself when the chat opens, and the student can choose between two buttons. The first one is to ask Procyon a question. And I think this is fantastic because if you have any questions regarding something you are accessing in augmented reality, like, for example, the International Space Station in AR, you can simply open a chat and ask the question right away. And the other option is the Explore button. So upon selecting the Explore button, three options will pop up. Astro Play Arena, where students can play smart small games with Prosium. For example, they can learn about comets, black holes, and other topics by accomplishing a crucial space mission in a role-playing game. The second possibility is NASA's Picture of the Day. So this one is each day NASA publishes a picture or a video, and by clicking on this button, the image or video will be displayed along with a detailed description, allowing students to ask questions and further explore the topic. And the third one, but certainly not the least, is the space exploration option, which is essentially a form of multimedia travel in which you pick your route across space, much like a space tour, deciding which planet or galaxy you want to visit and learn about, right? And about the support question, besides this learning support, students can type the word help anytime while using the chatbot if they have any questions about how to use and so on. And the same applies for the teacher's chatbot. By typing help, they will be able to ask questions on how to use their chatbots. Educators can access the teacher's chatbots through a specific QR code that will be delivered along with the QR codes for the AR objects, but in a bookmark style, so they can access the object whenever they like, and you just have to print it. And their chatbot can also be used on a computer by accessing the link that comes in the same document. And I think it is important to say that a concern we had regarding the AI chatbots is how AI today for many people is not trustworthy. So this is completely understandable because it is a very new technology. And it is a technology that speaks for itself. And that is why we did our best to create chatbots that people can trust. So we work with a selection of materials that form the two robots' knowledge base. And this ensures that you have the maximum possible trust that the information is scientifically correct. We also do not ask for any personal information in any interaction. That is, the interaction you have with the chatbots are completely anonymous, with the only objective of being focused on the educational context. So besides that, for teachers who are not ready to use this technology or they don't have the desire, so on, together with the augmented reality, we also offer only the AR objects, right, without the AI chatbots. And we also have a team prepared to help teachers in case of any questions or suggestions regarding the AR objects and the AI chatbots. So you can send an email at contact@stemar.io, and our team is ready to help.
Let's actually talk a little bit about that. What kind of professional development opportunities do you guys offer for teachers? Because, yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's hard for a teacher to, what Marcos was mentioning before, juggle all the things that happen all day, and they want to use something new. So how can they effectively integrate augmented reality into their curriculum through professional development? Because that's a big thing. I think teachers, they are thirsty for really good professional development.
Oh, that's a really good question. Actually, our goal initially was to create a chatbot solely to assist teachers in using the AR objects and match it with their STEM curricula. But as we progressed, it was recognized the necessity of developing the AI chatbots not only for teachers, but also for students, because the potential to develop the additional features and further improve the learning process and engagement really couldn't be ignored. But the initial idea was strongly maintained as one of the main functions of the teacher's chatbot. So it is crucial to point out that the educators and scientists are behind these chatbots. It's not just an IT team. So for us, it is essential that the robot has a design that directs contents towards learning at school, following the curricula, right? So that is why educators can also use the teacher's chatbot to learn not only how to generate engaging classes with the AR objects following their specific curricula, but to learn how to manage the augmented reality objects, create new lesson plans, science fair ideas, and so much more. So all they have to do is specify the curricula to the chatbot and ask which lessons can be generated and integrated with augmented reality. Again, no app installation, forms, advertising, or personal information is required to do so.
Yeah, that's the best part about it, I think. Marcos, you're a big proponent of technology use in the classroom to promote engagement and learning in really unique ways. How does STEMAR.io specifically enhance student engagement and improve learning outcomes compared to those traditional, maybe even old school teaching methods?
Oh, this is an excellent question. When we examine education, a significant shift occurred with the surge of the STEM in the 1960s, with the rapid advance of the scientific field. So traditional teaching methods are mainly based on answers, which is why rote memorization, for example, plays a super important role. And at that time, based on this traditional methods, people should be paired to work on industrial lines with repetitive tasks and same routines every day. With the STEM, things start to change because the relevant science is based on questions, not only answers. In other words, after STEM, the ability to formulate insightful questions becomes more important than simple memorization or have the answers ready to say it. So, for example, if you think in terms of the car manufacturing industry, most of people that use it to work in assembly lines now have robots as colleagues. They are calling these robots like cobots. And if you think, and now we have other concerns, especially in terms of sustainability. And these people that were working in assembly lines have concerns in terms of what to do with the future. To address these challenges, we have to improve the quality to improve the quality of the life in the planet and sustainability. We have to create best questions and then work on the solutions. And critical thinking and science literacy are fundamental to these processes. So STEMR can help to bring the students' attention to visualizations that will generate better questions and help teachers to connect contents and minds to real life. This is something really important in this process. And to help with this, our bots for the students have a project-based learning approach, especially inspired in great researchers like Seymour Papert from the MIT, from the group that developed these Lego robotic kits people know from the schools. They use it to work with the concept that the machines could learn from the people, and not only people learn from the machines, from especially the computers. Infinity possibilities.
Yeah, I tell you, the kids that I tried it with, they were definitely engaged. There was definitely excitement and very much aware of the technology and all that. So, Letitia, what steps has STEM ARIO taken to ensure that its augmented reality, all the tools that you offer, are accessible to a diverse range of schools, including those with limited resources? I have some resources, but what do you say to those schools that maybe don't?
Yeah, I love this question. Our intention from the start was to make augmented reality accessible to everyone. So for that reason, we have implemented a few measures. First, regarding the price, we offer options for 30 or 90 days of use so that schools are not forced to sign up for 1-year plans, which end up harming the school's budget. In certain situations, schools are solely interested in using AR space objects for events like science fairs. So we wanted to make this possible without compromising the school's resources. In addition, the monthly cost per student can fluctuate from 6 to 39 cents based on a bundle, number of students, and number of usage days. Once again, cents, not dollars. In addition, a variety of smartphones and tablets, including those made by Apple, Samsung, and others, are compatible with our augmented reality objects and AI chatbots. So it doesn't require a specific tablet or a specific smartphone. And you may test whether it functions on the devices at your school by using one device to scan the test QR code on our website. And if it works, it will likely work on all the devices, so you don't have to worry.
That's great. No, and it's true, and it's pretty smooth. Once it loads in there, it does give the kids the sense of ownership and interaction. But it's something that I noticed that happened was just this almost immersive. They got sucked into that. And, when the period was over, one of the kids at one point said, "Oh, I didn't realize that we were done." Like he was so into it. So, but I think that's what it all is about, right? It's bringing the kids into that, getting them excited about it. So looking ahead, what are some future enhancements or features that we can maybe expect from STEM AR IO to further support and even revolutionize education as we're moving forward? Is there anything new that's being planned that you can kind of share or give our listeners a taste of?
Well, we are putting our efforts to make STEM available for any schools that wants it in a simple and affordable way. Providing materials that make a real positive impact on the quality of education. And beyond the impact in the classroom, we want to offer opportunity to families and local communities to have learning experiences they never had before during the past school year. So you can imagine if parents, for example, can access with the kids at home this activity, they can think, wow, if it was possible for me at my school times, access this kind of technology and all these things, maybe I could take some different path in terms of career. I even didn't know that this was possible in terms of the future.
You know what that does too, by the way, that really takes out of that equation, that traditional, what did you learn in school today? And your child says, nothing, like it takes away that, and it actually brings them into the classroom in a way.
Exactly. So we are also working to make the STEMR science fair that we called Space Wonder Science Fair, because we want to put the AR in this science fair available at no additional cost to schools. So because we understand that after all, to improve education, we need everyone, especially families and communities. If they have strong bonds with schools, we will generate more engagement and make the school stronger. And the results will generate will make them all very proud. So we want to stimulate this integration and provide this AR research to the community. And when we think in terms of use of the AR, most of people don't know examples in other areas. So we are probably 5 years ahead in terms of implementation of this technology at schools. And we really want to make it simple, easy to use, and accessible for families, communities, and all the schools.
And what I really like is that you don't have any additional headwear or hardware to put on or look through. It's really using the devices that you already have in your classroom.
And also, in terms of this equipment, for example, if you use VR, these helmets and glasses and other things. We think the AR is more appropriate for the schools for many reasons. Because, for example, people that have some kind of issue with the eyes or need to use some special lens or glasses or other things have problems with this. And there are the risks of accidents using this. The technology is expensive. So in terms of the results, maybe in some case, the investment you have to do to have this at the school, it's not the first step. Probably you can use with the resources you already have and start with AR, and maybe VR could be the next step. Or not.
It's true, though. Listen, this has been such a great, fun, engaging conversation. We'll learn a little bit about what you guys are doing with AR, that augmented reality, and the ability to bring it into the classroom. It's something that I think teachers will start to look for because it really does add an additional layer of engagement and learning opportunities that maybe wasn't there in the first place. And I think, for kids today, they need that. And I think that's great. So before we go, tell everyone where they can go to find out more about STEM AR.io.
Of course. Thank you, Adam. You can access our website at stemar.io and find us on Instagram and TikTok by searching for @Stemar4Schools altogether, and facebook.com/stemar.schools, and Twitter, X, at @StemAR_schools. And I was also thinking about sharing my email. Is that okay?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, awesome. So you can email me at lgasparotto, LGASPAROTO @stemar.io. So please feel free to send me an email with any questions or suggestions you may have. Thank you so much for having us, Adam. It was amazing speaking with you.
Yeah, no, this is going to be great. And I'll have all that information in the show notes for everyone who wants to go back and check it out as well. It was a pleasure having both of you on. Well, for those of you who have been listening, thank you for tuning in today, and make sure that you share what you've learned or any takeaways or reflections that you've had, and tag us on Twitter or X, as you said, Letitia, at Class Dynamics, or Instagram at Classroom Dynamics Podcast. We always look forward to hearing your thoughts on our episodes and sharing the different ways in which you're using what you've learned. You can also help to support Classroom Dynamics with as little as $3 a month at classroomdynamicspodcast.buzzsprout.com. Once again, I'd like to thank Marcos Paim and Letitia Gasparotto from STEM AR.io for joining us today on Classroom Dynamics. It's been a pleasure having you with us on the show, talking about such cool ways students can now learn some new material. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Classroom Dynamics, where knowledge and inspiration meets innovation. I hope you've enjoyed today's discussion and found it both insightful and uplifting. As always, my goal is to provide you with practical strategies, engaging stories, and powerful insights that can fuel your motivation as an educator. I believe that when knowledge and inspiration do come together, incredible things can happen in your classroom. And for all of you who may feel that it's too late to strengthen your craft, I challenge you to make it your mission to do so. You've worked hard to get to where you are today, and it's never too late to infuse new life into your work. So why not make today that day to do so? I'm Adam Todd, and you've been listening to Classroom Dynamics, a teacher podcast. You can follow Classroom Dynamics on X at Class Dynamics, or on Instagram at Classroom Dynamics Podcast. If you haven't already, go to Apple Podcasts and subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. And if you know a teacher who may benefit from today's show, please share it with them. We'll be back soon with more captivating conversations, inspiring stories, and strategies that you can implement into your everyday routines. Until then, keep igniting that spark in your classroom and never stop believing in the incredible impact you have as an educator. You're more powerful and inspirational than you think. If you love this episode, you'll enjoy my conversation with Sue Thoughts of Common Sense Education. In this special episode celebrating Computer Science Week, we explore the dynamic landscape of digital literacy within the context of Computer Science Week. Sue shares her insights on cultivating a strong foundation in computer science education, offering practical advice for parents, educators, and students eager to navigate an ever-changing digital world. From decoding online content to fostering a love for coding, join us for a captivating conversation with Sue Thoughts, where we bridge the gap between digital literacy and the exciting opportunities that Computer Science Week brings to the forefront.
Yeah, so computer science, obviously it's not the first thing you think of when it comes to digital citizenship, but with a lot of the standards related to computer science, such as around the impacts of computing, and having students understand a lot of those social emotional skills when it comes to being creators. So our students, when we are giving them these computer science skills, they need to not only understand the ways in which they can be coding, right? It's not just the practice of making stuff, but it's about the impacts of what those types of creations are going to have on the real world.